Okay, in this video I'm going to give you some tips to improve your back kick or your Ushiro Geri. We're going to go over the basic idea of what the Ushiro Geri looks like, some exercise to improve it, and how to use it in Kumite. So firstly then, the basic Ushiro Geri, the back kick or the turning back kick, how I like to teach it at least. There are variations, but this is the way I like to do it. So we take ourselves into a Kumite or fighting stance position. I want to keep my stance relatively close, like bladed, lined up. So from here, my initial motion is to tuck my back foot or my back knee close to my front leg, rotate with the heel tucked up, drive back, and continue round. I want to make sure that I rechamber the kick afterwards. So again, my action is hip rotation, heel tucks, and then fire from there, connecting with the heel. Ideally, I want to have my foot facing downwards, so my foot will be in a vertical position. We want to try to avoid turning it into a turning side kick, where the knee comes out and we hit it with the side of the foot. It's a valid kick, but it's not the kick we're after. So from here, in order to keep the knees, to keep the kick tracking on that straight line, I'm thinking about keeping my knees together the entire time. So as I rotate, my knees squeeze together. I get a squeeze position from here. Heel tucks up, hamstring contraction, and then it's hip extension. Boom, from that position there. So the first exercise we're going to do, and I like to use to introduce the kick to beginners, is to come to my hands and my knees from this position, and I'm simply working on that hip extension action. So I'm just tucking one foot up and driving the kick behind me this way. Tuck and drive back. I want to try to avoid turning my shoulder over, like I said, and turn it into a side kick. So from here, we're simply training that extension to behind us. So here. Don't try to get this where you're trying to kick up too high, because this is a common mistake when I do this exercise with people, that they try and kick up into the air. I want it to be straight back, as it would be when we're making the kick properly. So from here, hands on the floor, tuck the heel, drive straight back. Tuck the heel, drive straight back. The next thing we want to take care of then is the spin or the rotation. Often, this is the part that slows people down, and it makes it so that they cannot land their kick when they are in Kumite or when they're sparring. So from here, I just want to have this action where I'm very quickly rotating my hips around. Just train that action. Balls of the feet, connection with the floor, twist, twist. Just this, simply this motion. Twist, and reset again. Twist, just a violent rotation of the hip, yeah? When we got the belt on, it's even easier to see what's going on, because I can think about whipping that belt around my body from here. Rotation, twist, twist. And of course that would then extend into my kick as we start building it up. The third exercise that I like to use that solves the problem of the knee flaring out to the side, and as a result becoming a side kick, is I put a barrier in the way. It could be a chair or the wall, a punch bag or anything like this. So I just need to get myself close to the barrier there, tuck my heel, and send the kick this way. So I'm getting a direct, nice, straight kick behind me. This way. Straight back. So what this is doing is stopping me from flaring that knee out to the side and creating it into or turning it into a side kick. So now a few ideas on how to apply it in Kumite. I'm going to give you two versions of it. First one is going to be defensively. So I'm here, I'm in my Kumite position. As soon as he throws something, I'm just rotating in and making that back kick. Okay, no matter what he throws, he can kind of throw any kind of technique. I'll make that rapid rotation that we had earlier in the exercises, and I'm just leaning my head back slightly to evade, and I'm coming underneath with that back kick. Again, another benefit of it coming from underneath, like I said, with the heel tucked here and then sending from under, is that even if he covers his body up, I can still slip it underneath that guard, right? If I turn it into a turning side kick and he covers, he ends up connecting with his guard this way. So my idea is really to slide it up underneath his guard this way into a kind of like a rising back kick. Now the second way I want to land it is more of an offensive version of it. So what I'm trying to do now is get him to move across this way. So I'm going to send something to get him moving and then turn him into that back kick. My idea really is to try to get him to circle into my kick this way. So maybe I throw Kizamizuki this way here. Kizamizuki, get him slipping off to the side to go into my kick this way. Because I want to get him to move into that circle, that rotation I'm getting there. So from here I'll be working. Maybe I'll have to test him out, see what happens. Boom, okay, yeah, he starts moving across. Every time I throw a front hand, he starts moving that way. So I throw it up and then come in with that back kick underneath. So there you go, a few exercises to improve your back kick. Don't forget, check out my sponsors, Art Martial Clothing. They've got some really nice martial arts inspired clothing for training and for casual wear. I'll put a link in the video description down below with a discount code for you to get 20% off of your first order. So go and check them out. If you haven't done already, please subscribe to the channel. You'll see more like this on a regular basis. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.